That was earlier on, but now we'd like to cross over to our reporter, Timothy Otieno, who has been following up on that story. And Timothy, where are things according to the program as we speak? Timothy.
Michael, as we speak, we are at the Noor Mosque in South C in Nairobi, where the body has been brought at this particular mosque for the final prayers before the late principal secretary is laid to rest at the Langata Cemetery a few minutes from now. So the schedule right now is going to be the usual normal prayer. Just a few minutes ago, the call to prayer has been sounded and people are actually now walking into the mosque for the normal prayer that is going to take about 10 to 15 minutes, after which there are going to be special prayers for the deceased. Now, this is going to be exclusively for the friends and colleagues and family of the late Mariam El-Maawy, and that session is expected to begin anytime from around 1:20 or 1:30 this afternoon. That session takes about 10 to another 15 minutes or so, after which the delegation here is going to be heading towards the Langata Muslim Cemetery, where they're going to lay the principal secretary to rest. Now, that soundbite that you've heard from the Cabinet Secretary for Defense, perhaps echoing the message that has been ringing out this morning as many colleagues, friends and family eulogized the late principal secretary as a woman who was passionate about her job. Indeed, she did meet injuries in the line of duty, injuries that led to her passing this past Wednesday. She was in Lamu, following up on the much hyped, much talked about Lapset project, when her convoy was attacked by suspected Al-Shabaab militants back in July. Now, since then, she's been recuperating, initially here at the Nairobi Hospital in Nairobi, before she was transferred to South Africa, where she has been receiving treatment for the last 2 months until she succumbed to her injuries on Wednesday in South Africa. Her body did arrive yesterday, and we've been able to speak to a few of her friends, particularly her daughter. She is survived by one daughter who spoke emotionally at the family home in Lavington right before we came here, saying that her mother was really more of a mentor and a friend than actually a parent, and she says that she's going to really miss her. Her siblings are here, many of them. The Cabinet Secretary for Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Amina Mohammed, has just arrived at this particular point a few minutes ago. She is going to be here at the mosque for the final prayers before El-Maawy is, of course, laid to rest. Earlier on in Lavington, about 6 cabinet secretaries were present at the brief ceremony at the family home, including the Chief of Staff, Joseph Kinyua, who read a speech and statement on behalf of the President. Remember, this is the first time, or we could say that this is the topmost ranking government official to have succumbed to a terrorist attack on Kenyan soil. So the government is really taking this one very seriously. Earlier on, a very emotional Rachel Omamo gave her tribute at their home in Lavington, and any minute from now, she's expected to be laid to rest at the Langata Cemetery. Michael.
Thank you very much, Timothy Otieno, our reporter, who is basically following up with the proceedings at the funeral of the late PS for Public Works, El-Maawy, and the funeral which is expected to take place later on in Langata.